computer since I'm out of town. And it's so good to have you here, Sonia. You're going to love the new products. Woohoo! Especially since I've thought of you about 100 times this week, because Sonia doesn't like the On Guard smell. So she has never been a fan of On Guard cleaning. We have a whole new line for you and you're going to love it. All natural. New wonderful smell. Lee will tell us all about it. But we're so glad you're all here tonight, and we are going to get started with a short little video, because I think I figured out how to make it work, about doTERRA's healing hands and what they do to change the world. And you're just gonna love this. Give me thumbs up, Lee, if this.
Gotcha. No sound.
No, I thought you said yes.
Well, I did hear him.
I can see the picture, but I can't hear it.
Yeah, when Mark started talking the first time you did it, I could hear him, but now.
But now you can't?
No.
We thought we had it all worked out so that I could share videos. Okay, well, I'm going to have to work that out better next time. I thought we had it worked out.
Becky's
people.
here,
It was
Judy's
really
here.
working. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing and make sure that the, no. Shoot. Okay, well, I don't know why. Oh, test speaker, am I? Okay, yes, I hear ringtone. Okay, we're gonna have to forgo the video again. Doggone it. Sorry about that. I'm really excited to share some of the Healing Hands videos, sourcing videos with you, and I'm going to figure that out by the time we meet 2 weeks from tonight, because next Tuesday night's at my house. But as you can learn a little bit about what we learned at convention about what's called behind the bottle, and how doTERRA is changing the planet by every person that they employ to help get these oils to us. It is just inspiring. One quick story from convention that they talked about, and I'm sorry, I can't remember which place it was. Maybe one of you guys can help me. But they said that this farmer was used to getting paid $1,500 a year for sourcing their product, their plant, to essential oil companies. And when doTERRA came in, they paid them a fair wage of $8,000 a year. And they pay them as they turn it in. They don't have to wait months to get their payment. They get paid right away. And they pay people for 12 months out of the year and not just the growing season. So these families actually have a livelihood and they can support their families. And that's one of hundreds of stories. So if I can get these videos working in the future, you're going to get to hear just a little 2-minute snippet each Tuesday about how doTERRA is really helping people all over the planet. And it just warms my heart. Okay, I'm going to start with a quick oil story. Be thinking about yours if you have one to share. I have had a little bit of stomach upsetness. Well, I've been out of town for so long, and Digestin has been my best friend. I tell you, I've also turned to Tamer sometimes because I prefer the smell. It's the children's blend for stomach issues. Works every bit as well. Roll it on your stomach and issues are helped. So that's okay. So please try Tamer if Digestin has never been your thing to help with stomach issues because of the smell. Now they have tamed down the fennel in a little bit, so it's not quite as fennel forward, but Tamer is awesome. So appreciative. I've also been around a lot of people, and I've been wearing my mask a lot because I was coming to take care of my 90-year-old mom and wanted to be careful. However, when we got home, we heard that a couple of our doTERRA sister friends have come down with COVID. And so we've got a lot of information about how to take care of yourself during COVID naturally. And my sister also had it in July, and she said breathe was literally her best friend. Diffusing the breathe oil, the breathe drops, the breathe stick on the chest. So just want to repeat that for anybody who might know somebody who's going through it, or be prepared for yourself as you're going through it. Any other oil stories for the week?
I have one.
Yes, Diane.
And I'll tell you my story, and then if any of you know the science behind what happened, I would love to know.
Hey.
But anyway, I have had my husband using, well, I went to the Arlington thing that Justin did a few months ago and learned about breathe. And one lady said, yes, breathe and lime. And so I thought, okay, I'll try the lime because I had it. And my husband, we haven't slept together because he snores so bad. And since about 2-3 months ago, I started using that breathe and lime. Well, he started using it and snoring was gone. And then about a couple of weeks ago, maybe just a week ago, I don't know, I started hearing him a little bit more, not nearly as loud as originally, but more than he had been. And come to find out, he had run out of the lime and didn't tell me. So then I went and bought some lime from Lee and he put it on, and that night, no snoring. So what does that lime do?
I have
Is
no
what I
idea.
want to know.
Anybody have any idea?
The only thing I can think of is the limonene. That's all I can think of. And I know that citrus oils are good for molds. So,
I will
maybe.
never be without breathe and lime.
That is such a great story, Diane. Thank you. Jolene.
How did he use it?
How
in a
does he use it?
diffuser?
He puts about a drop or two of each in his palm and mixes it up and rubs it right here on his chest and on his big toes and on the bottom of his feet.
I assume
And this
diffusing.
is another thing I'm wondering. I'm going to experiment because that just seems a little not very easy to put that few drops in that areas.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it would be as effective to put like 15 drops of each one of them in a roller bottle with coconut oil and just let him roll it on. If it would be not, if it wouldn't dilute it too much to be as effective is what I'm wondering.
I would try it because I bet it won't. I bet it'll work. But
Yeah.
you might also try diffusing it and see if just diffusing it works.
I had done that right at the beginning and it didn't seem to be as effective as putting it on
Okay.
his feet and on his chest.
That's awesome. Well, you figured it out. Let us know how it goes if you switch to a roller. So we
Okay.
can have an update. Awesome. Thank you. I assume diffusing. So good question, Jolene. All right. Anybody else have an oil story for the week?
Yeah, I'll share one. So I just had a customer start the Lifelong Vitality today, and she messaged me tonight and she said, what is in these things? Because I only took one dose and I took it at 1 p.m. and I still have so much energy. I don't even know if I can sleep tonight.
One dose. That's a record.
Yeah, one dose, one day. Yeah, so I was like, well, I'm glad they're working. Take it a little earlier, right? But
That is fantastic.
yeah, and she's seems very healthy. I mean, she's a near vegan, fit, and very probably the most positive person I know too. So
I love it.
yeah,
I love it.
cool.
Woohoo.
That has
Love
a
it
lot
when
to
there's-
do with it too.
Attitude does. It sure does. So excited to have you all here. We're going to turn time over to Lee. And Lee is going to teach us about the new products that have just come out from Doterra. And even if you know about them, you're going to learn some more because Lee is so good at details. And if you haven't heard about them, you're going to be blown away because Doterra kind of outdid themselves this year. And we have Lee to teach us. And Lee's been with me on this journey for the last 5 years, plus probably a little bit. And her example to me has been amazing. She has lived more of a natural lifestyle her entire life, more than I have, where I was converted to the natural lifestyle. She has the understanding and desire to understand the oils, the science, the background, why they work, how they work. And we are going to be given a treat tonight because she said she has so much information. She's not sure how she's going to get it all in, but we'll turn the time over to Lee so that she can enlighten us and brighten our lives. Thank you, Lee, for being with us.
Thank you, Shalene. Thank you all for being here. Can I share?
Yep, I just switched it.
All right. There we go. So that's where I want to be. Starting with Doterra, Pursue What's Pure. And we're going to look at the 2021 new products that just came out this month at convention. And if you were there and if you have your kit and you have anything you want to add, please feel free to do so. I can't see, let me see, there's a way to see the chat. I just found that out today.
Okay.
So yeah, so the
let's
chat
see what we
is,
have Available.
Chilling.
We do
Okay.
have chili. What about ferment?
okay,
Let's
somebody,
see, we got a little bit of noise.
yeah.
I think I
somebody's-
got it.
Noodles,
Okay.
noodles, frank noodles, so they're not the right term for them. Penne.
There we go. I got it.
Thanks. And if you have questions, you can put them in the chat. I'm gonna probably go pretty fast because, as Shalene said, Doterra outdid themselves. And I'm going to go to the next slide here. And you'll see. This is what was in the kit that we got.
Woohoo.
Now, it's a lot of products. Now, all of these household liquid dish soap, the dishwasher pods, the laundry pods, all of this stuff is in what is called the Abode household line. And that's going to be one of the last things that we cover. And I think the only thing that is not going to be available is the Osmanthus Touch. But I will go over that and what's in it. So you can have some idea about what I found as I researched all of these products and the chemical constituents that are in them is we may think it's something that just smells wonderful. Osmanthus, for example, is used in the Beautiful blend. It's in a lot of, it's a flower. It smells wonderful. And you may think that's it. That's all there is to that oil, but you'd be wrong. So that's what we're gonna kind of look at, some of the great things that all of these products do for us. So we're gonna start with the oils that were either introduced or added permanently, or as in the Osmanthus Touch won't be available. It may be available at some time, but it isn't right now. So the holy basil, Tulsi, we've had before in another convention kit, but now it's been added as a permanent product. And the Copaiba Touch, of course, we have our Copaiba oil, but now it's going to come in a touch form as well. So I'm going to start by talking about 10 ways to use Dulce, which is also known as holy basil. You can diffuse it. You're going to see that it's got it's calming. You can diffuse it to promote a calming atmosphere. You can diffuse it at night with lavender to help calm the mind. If you diffuse it with lemon and peppermint, it helps with seasonal threats. You can make a nice fresh air spray. Just add 15 drops to a spray bottle and fill the spray bottle with, I would say, purified water. You can combine a drop with lemon oil and water for a healthy, refreshing mouth rinse. And one of the things that I noticed, and Shalene noticed this as well, on the Tulsi Basil, there is not a supplement fact, but it can be used internally. I would just be very careful about how you do use it. You can take it in a veggie cap to help maintain healthy sugar levels. It's one of the things that I found out it's really does a good job with. It's great to use before prayer or meditation. You can use it on your diffuser jewelry. You can add a few drops to your moisturizer. And one of the things about holy basil is it's an adaptogen. And I did some research on adaptogens because people don't generally know what those are. They have not only specific therapeutic effects in some stress-induced and stress-related disorders, but also have an impact on the quality of life when implemented in the standard therapy of many chronic diseases and pathological conditions. And this is all from PubMed. It's great for post-surgery recovery, congestive heart failure, COPD. So it is good for the lungs. Adaptogens have potential use in age-related disorders, such as neurodegenerative diseases and cardiovascular diseases. Elderly people may be able to maintain a better quality of life and increase longevity. And again, as I said, that's all from PubMed. So,
Hey, Lee,
yes,
I may have said the wrong oil to you that I found out did not have supplemental facts, but was okay. It's
no, that
vanilla.
was, yeah,
It was
I know.
vanilla.
They both are like that.
So this one, I just looked up Tulsi Holy Basil, and it does not have internal on the doTERRA site.
Right. And it does, neither does the
The
vanilla.
vanilla does, I thought, because I.
It does
looked
say,
that up.
it does say that you can put it in a drink or a smoothie, but it
Okay.
doesn't say when it says to use diffuse aromatically, topically, or internally. Neither one of them say internal use. So, but I would not hesitate to put a couple of drops in a veggie cap of the Tulsi and use it for healthy
Okay.
blood sugar, because it's been shown to be just an absolutely great help to people who have problems maintaining a healthy blood sugar level. It also appears to help, this is from Dr. Axe, it also appears to help protect the body from radiation poisoning and help minimize damage from radiation treatment.
Wow.
The Journal of Cancer Research published that it selectively protects the normal tissues against the destructive effects of radiation. And the doctors in the research agree that conventional chemotherapy and radiotherapy used during the past 3 decades haven't been able to contain the disease. Plus, they have serious side effects, especially, and many natural agents, especially holy basil extracts, prove to be non-toxic, easily available, and have potential anti-cancer properties. And of course, none of this, as I said, this is from Dr. Axe. It's good for, it supports dental care and oral health. It's a
Wow.
good source of vitamin K, and it can help you fight a fever. And it can make you, make it easier for you to breathe. So lots of good stuff in this oil. So Madagascar Vanilla.
Woohoo.
Yeah, it is wonderful. It smells yummy. But as you can see, it's an antioxidant. It activates estrogen levels. So it helps if you have PMS. It increases your libido. It can prevent the growth of cancer cells. It's antibacterial, fights anxiety and depression, reduces inflammation, lowers cholesterol. It's a natural arthritis treatment, and it lowers blood pressure. And that's all from Dr. Axe. When Rich was fighting his cancer, I read some research on vanilla, and I started putting it in his smoothie every day because it was one of the things that had an effect on cancer cells. It's a species of an orchid, and it's originally native to Mexico and Central America. Now, ours comes from where? Madagascar. It's not even close to Mexico or Central America. And the pollination can only be done by a specific bee, and that bee is found in Mexico. So outside of Mexico, there's a less than a 1% chance the flower will be pollinated on its own. So the farmers pollinate each flower by hand when it blooms. Typically only blooms 1 day a year, and it's fragile. It has to be pollinated in the morning when it's cool. And if it's not pollinated during this incredibly short period of time, it wilts, meaning the fruit doesn't develop. No vanilla beans can be harvested. Vanilla is the most expensive crop after saffron. Now, we talked about healing hands just a little bit before we started and tried to see a video. I'll tell you that in Madagascar, thousands of people are employed in doTERRA's vanilla supply chain. The harvest is a crucial source of employment for rural communities and an integral part of the local economy. Through co-impact sourcing, the doTERRA Healing Hands Foundation helped fund an exciting social impact project called the Mahadera Agricultural Training Center, which is being implemented in the growing and harvesting areas of Madagascar. Excuse me. This center, which is built and operated by doTERRA's partners, offers a 3-year training for the children of vanilla farmers. And afterwards provides access to further education opportunities and a more secure future for themselves and their families. The center teaches important skills such as crop diversification and financial management. What a company. Who else
Amazing.
would do that? I mean, that just to
Amazing.
me is amazing.
And that
Okay.
vanilla is only $35. It is a
Right.
5 mil.
It's a
But it's
5 mil, and so is the
$35.
Tulsi. They're both small, but they're both pretty inexpensive. So
Yeah.
now the Abode Refreshing Blend. This wonderful blend has lime, litsea, cassia, lemon eucalyptus, tea tree, arbor vitae, kochi eucalyptus, cilantro, lavender, and lemon myrtle in it. And I did research on each of the oils in it, and it appears the main constituent is 1/8 cineol. And most of the oils contained in the blend have high concentrations of 1/8 cineol. As an isolated compound, 1/8 cineol is known for its mucolytic and spasmolytic action on the respiratory tract. So this blend was developed to clean the air in your home, but it's going to clean the air in your lungs too. It's going to help you to breathe. So
Yeah.
It's shown to have therapeutic benefits in inflammatory airway diseases such as asthma and COPD. And it also has high concentrations of linalool and geraniol from the other oils, from some of the oils that are in it. So again, that's from PubMed. And we'll go on to the Hygge, which is, I was diffusing this today and it is wonderful. Hygge is a Nordic term for the warm feeling of contentment we get enjoying life at home with treasured family and friends. This oil has wild orange, cedarwood, amorous, frankincense, myrrh, cistus vetiver, tonka bean, and vanilla in it. And it is very warm and inviting. And that's what it says. You diffuse it to create a warm and inviting environment. You can blend it with distilled water and witch hazel for a DIY room spray. And because of the oils that are in this, the wild orange, the cedarwood, frankincense, vetiver, vanilla, those are all very calming, restful oils. And I would think that diffusing it at night at bedtime would be an excellent way to help you to fall asleep.
I just noticed on the list of oils, somebody on your Facebook page asked if this Hygge was citrusy or floral or woodsy, and it's got all of them in it.
Right, it does, it does. And it's great. The way it smells is just, you can get essences of all of that when you smell
That's
it.
awesome.
So we're going to look at the Copaiba Touch. And since this is a touch blend, primarily it promotes clear, smooth complexion. It assists with natural skin hydration. It supports healthy looking skin, and it helps manage minor skin lesions. So I'm thinking if you have cuts or you have eczema or something like that and you want to use it on that, I'm thinking it's going to be great for that. And of course, what it has is Copaiba and fractionated coconut oil, and its main constituents are beta-caryophyllene and alpha-humulene. Now, because it's a touch, and we know that Copaiba has been found to relieve discomfort, one of the things that we can do with this oil is just roll it right on any area of discomfort we're having, and it's going to help. If you're having head tension, or if you've got discomfort in your knee or your ankle or your shoulder, I would say go right to it. Use this Copaiba Touch, and it'll be easy to use on kids because it is diluted, and on pets because it's diluted. And here's the Osmanthus. So Osmanthus, the flower was considered so precious in ancient times that it was used only in high-level perfumery. It was known as the emperor's fragrance. And the main constituents are eugenol or 1/8 cineol and geraniol. It's calming and relaxing. It's also antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory. Potential neuroprotective and anti-tumor effect of the essential oil were found, and this is from PubMed. The water extract showed a potential to suppress pulmonary fibrosis in human lung fibroblast cells, and the acetonic extract exhibited antioxidant activity and an inhibitory effect in melanoma cells. So again, here we find something that just smells so wonderful and is used in perfumes all over the world. And look at what it is in its pure form. It is going to help us in many, many ways. And hopefully there'll be a lot more research done on it so that more people will get the benefits of this wonderful oil. It showed the ability of reducing allergic airway inflammation and oxidative stress in mice. So, and it was reported to be neuroprotective and free radical scavenging. So again, makes it an antioxidant, and that's great. Okay, other products. How am I doing? Okay, got enough time to get through
Doing
these.
great.
Good. Okay, so we have some other products that came out as well, not just the oils, but we had the On Guard Plus Chewable Tablets, the Deep Blue Stick, the 2 different carrier oil blends, and the Abode household line. So we're gonna start with the On Guard Plus Chewable Tablets. Didn't notice that plus until today. Had my bag, opened it, I've taken them. I didn't even see the little plus on there. So John said last week that he was hoping to replace his On Guard soft gels by taking this every day. And I bet it's working. It was developed with beta glucan to help support and maintain a healthy immune system. And the beta glucans come from a word I can't say. Saccharomyces cerevisiae. I'll say it and hope it's right. Patty, you can correct me if you need to. It's been used traditionally as a neuroprotective, antioxidant, anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory, immune booster, anti-malarial, and an anti-tumoral. And it's also formulated with vitamin C, vitamin D3, zinc, and of course the On Guard Protective Blend. It's vegan friendly, free from gluten, sugar, and artificial sweeteners. And you can use it anytime. Doesn't matter where you are. Carry it in your purse. Give it to your kids to put in their backpacks. You chew 3 tablets per day as needed to promote healthy immune function. And I do have my little asterisk down here. Those statements haven't been evaluated by the FDA. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. And I'll say that for everything else that I've said as well. When you chew on it, because it has there's wild orange in On Guard, I expected, and there's vitamin C in this, I expected to have a real tasty orange flavor when I put it in my mouth. And you're not going to get that. It pretty much tastes like On Guard, except it's not real cinnamony, but it's not sweet at all because there are no sweeteners whatsoever in it. So just be ready for that, but it's great. You chew it up, take a drink of water, boom, you're done. And I think it's going to be a great boon to everyone to be able to have this. Let's see, we have something. Thank you, Patty.
You got it right.
Yeah. Uh-oh. What did I do here? I enlarged the chat. There we go. Okay, Deep Blue Stick.
Yay.
Yes, this is the Deep Blue Stick. Why? Why do we want a Deep Blue Stick? Well, if you're out and you're running around, yes, that's Deep Blue vanilla. Not vanilla, it's Deep Blue, Bella. What you think? Yeah, your nose kind of wrinkled at that. The active ingredient in the Deep Blue Stick is menthol, which is a topical analgesic, and Doterra gets to call this an over-the-counter medication. And the reason for that is when you submit something to be an over-the-counter medication, for each category, there's a drug monograph developed, and it's published in the Federal Register. And the drug monographs are like a recipe book. They cover the acceptable ingredients, the doses, the formulations, and the labeling. And once the final monograph is implemented, companies can make and market an over-the-counter product without the need for FDA pre-approval. So the monographs define the safety, effectiveness, and labeling of all over-the-counter active ingredients. And like I said, our active ingredient is menthol, which actually comes from several of the oils that are in the Deep Blue blend. And we know that the power of the Deep Blue Soothing Blend has proven itself time and again, and there's nothing like the feeling of Deep Blue Rub. Now this afternoon, I did actually have to use my Deep Blue Rub. I took Sierra Bella out this morning, and she likes to bound. She's like a little tiger, and she bounded right into my knee. So this afternoon, my knee was really killing me. So I actually did use my Deep Blue Rub instead of just the stick. But if I was out and about somewhere, perhaps out having dinner with someone or at church or at a friend's house, I wouldn't want to have to go use my Deep Blue Rub, because then I'd have to go wash my hands so I didn't get my hands in my eyes after using the Deep Blue Rub. So that's where this wonderful stick comes in handy. You don't have to make a choice. What's your choice there? You can either not do it and suffer through until you get home, or you can use it and hope you don't get your hands in your face before you wash your hands.
Yeah,
So
I've shared it with a lot of people this week, and every person has had relief.
Yeah, and everybody
Because of the
loves it.
Copaiba that's added in there, maybe it
Copaiba's
gives it
in
an
there
extra
too.
boost.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so too.
I'm actually curious if like, does anyone else feel like they're just not going to use their Deep Blue Rub anymore?
No, I don't feel that way. I
don't
wondered
either.
about that too, but I don't feel that way because I really did need it this afternoon. So I
Yeah.
think if you like before bed or in the morning when you get up, particularly if you have chronic conditions like sciatica or you have low back pain that you live with, you're going to start with your Deep Blue Rub and then carry this with you.
I agree.
So if you
That's
have
funny,
the Deep
though.
Blue stick at the gym, on a hike, beside your bed, on your desk at work, you can take care of those minor aches and pains on your muscles and your bruises and your sprains. They don't wait until it's convenient. So this is a good convenient thing. And using the Deep Blue stick is as easy as removing the lid, massaging the stick on your shoulders and neck, arms, legs, knees, wherever it hurts, ankle, wrists. I'll just put some on my wrist. Anything you want to soothe, put the lid back on and go for it. Just go right ahead with your life. So
And Lee, can I say something? If those of you who
Absolutely.
use the Breathe stick, the Breathe stick to me is a little bit more, not that it's liquidy, but it's just more
melty.
yeah. But this
This
just comes
isn't.
across as really sturdy. It's not.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really am so thankful. I was a little worried, and I'm loving how this works and how it helps. Deep Blue stick.
That's
My
how big it
husband
is.
pulled something in his hip a couple of days ago. So I said, here, try this. And I haven't seen the stick since.
Yeah.
I think he's adopted it.
It's going to be on my list. I'm afraid it's going to sell out. So I'm putting my order
I
through
am-
on October 1st.
I am too. This is one thing, if you did not get a convention kit, these products will not be available until October 1st. The convention kit is sold out. And I think this is the first time in a few years that the convention kit is sold out. So be ready for that. Don't go
Yep.
jump right on tonight and expect that you're going to be able to buy these, because you won't be able to get them until October 1st.
Yep.
We're going to move
But-
on to these.
But
Oh, go ahead.
they may sell out because they're brand new. So
Yes.
just
yes. So
consider
be ready.
you can put your monthly order through on the 1st of the month. It will count for the month, and if you want to say process now.
If you want to do that, I think if you want to get these things, because I think a lot of them will sell out. This body oil carrier blend. Now, these are just a couple of carrier oil blends. They say put it backwards, but it's their carrier oil blends that we can use with the oils. This one includes passion fruit, jojoba, baobab, moringa, tocopherol, and sunflower seed, and it hydrates and softens while sealing in moisture. So you can use it with oils or you can use it alone. You can create a customized massage oil. You can put it in your bath, like a bath oil, which I think would be great at bedtime if you're taking a nice warm bath before you go to bed. Because of the passion fruit is very relaxing. It's in our Serenity soft gels. So it's one of the ingredients that will help you to relax. Smooth it on after a shower. Apply it to dry spots like your elbows and knees, just all by itself. Or you can mix it with a favorite oil in order to use it. And it glides on effortlessly. I can't say that word. And it enhances essential oils. Diane, when you were talking about putting the Breathe and the lime in a roller bottle, they've learned that when you put a carrier oil in with an oil, it actually helps you to absorb it more quickly. So that's why it says it enhances them when you use them topically. And then the next one is a sensitive skin carrier blend. So if you have sensitive skin, this is the little blend that you want to use. Now it comes in a very small bottle, but it's hydrating and nourishing. It protects the skin's moisture barrier. It's lightweight and easily absorbed, and it has grapeseed oil, rosehip seed, hemp seed, tocopherols, and sunflower seed oils in it. And, you know, I've bought these oils individually and made blends with them, but what a wonderful thing it is that Doterra's doing it, so I don't have to buy all these big bottles of oils and then put them in something smaller that I can use, mix them all together so I can use them.
Lee, why do you think they came out with these other two? They didn't spend a lot of time talking about it.
No, they didn't, but I think particularly for this one, it says that you can, that it helps if you have an experience where you have a skin sensitivity to an essential oil. This will help you to get over that. So I think that may be one reason that they did this particular blend. And I just think maybe people have been looking for other oils other than fractionated coconut oil.
Yeah.
Because these oils are so good for our skin. And fractionated coconut oil is not bad for your skin at all, but these oils are particularly good for our skin. So if it says, and this is where it says you can use it to minimize sensitive skin reactions to essential oils. So what I'm going to try it with is lemongrass, because I have a skin sensitivity to lemongrass. So I'm going to see how it works if I mix the lemongrass with this, if that will help me to not have that skin sensitivity, and I'll let you know.
Love it.
Okay, so ta-da! We're
Yay.
introducing the Doterra Abode household line. Now you can all see it's got laundry pods, it's got dishwasher pods, dishwashing soap, it's got a multi-surface cleanser, it's got hand lotion and hand soap. And look at the packaging. All of this packaging, this is the hand soap right here. It's metal. So in fact, it's aluminum. So it is, and aluminum is the most recycled product in the world. So that's one of the things that they did with this line, was to put all of these products in recyclable and post-recycled product packaging. So you can feel good. When you're done with your package, you can recycle it. This little bottle here with the multi-surface cleanser is glass. But of course it can be recycled too. And they come with bottles, beautiful line of bottles, which are glass. They're beautiful, they're glass. You can reuse them over and over again. So I, even though I live in an RV and it's really difficult to have a lot of glass, I've gotten rid of most of my plastics because they all have phthalates, and I'm not going to get started on that, even when we go over here. Because what you're doing is you're trading in all of these terrible, terrible things. Parabens, which are carcinogens, formaldehyde or formaldehyde donors, again, a carcinogenic agent. PEGs or polyethylene glycol, carcinogenic, respiratory irritant. Dyes have heavy metals in them. Triclosan is an endocrine disruptor. What's an endocrine disruptor? It either creates or destroys hormones in your body. That's what phthalates do. They make their own estrogen. So you're taking it into your body when you're using them. Synthetic fragrances are endocrine disruptors, carcinogens. Here's the phthalates. They can damage your liver, kidneys, lungs, and the reproductive system. And they're in everything, people. They're in toys. They're in this plastic bottle right here. They're just in everything. Anything that's plastic or derived from a petroleum product is going to have phthalates in it. Silicones can block blood vessels in parts of the body like the brain, the heart, the lymph node, and the lungs. Petroleum-derived ingredients have links to cancer, birth defects, developmental disorders, and they're endocrine disruptors. And then the biggie, propylene glycol. It's a central nerve and can cause central nervous system toxicity, extremely high blood sugar, the breakdown of red blood cells, cardiac arrhythmia, seizures, agitation, and lactic acidosis. Well, let's listen to what lactic acidosis does. Symptoms include abdominal or stomach discomfort, decreased appetite, diarrhea, fast, shallow breathing, a general feeling of discomfort, muscle pain or cramping. We know that when runners build up lactic acid in their muscles when they're running, and that's why they get cramps. Unusual sleepiness, tiredness, or weakness. And if you have any symptoms of lactic acidosis, get emergency medical help right away. This is something that's found in dish soap, detergents, dishwasher pods, all of these things that we have in our home, these things are found in. And we're going to replace them with certified pure tested
Yay.
grade oils. I don't know what that was, Bella. And simple ingredients of the finest quality from Mother Nature. And a couple of those things are SLI, again, another hard one, is sodium lauryl isethionate. Isethionate is a new generation surfactant. It's salt and sulfate free. It has excellent detergency. And it's not only is it used in cleaning products, but it's so gentle it can be used in hair and skin products like shampoo, body washes, and facial cleaners. And the dish soap has hydroxyacetophenone, which is a phenolic antioxidant and nature identical ingredient. I am suspecting that even what is in Doterra's dish soap is synthetically manufactured, but it's found in nature in Norwegian spruce trees. So it may be that they get them from Norwegian spruce trees. And again, the attractive glass bottles are provided for all of these products. So that is my presentation. I started to do this and I didn't get there. So they are all available on October 1st, except for the bottles. The bottles will be available at the end of October. And again, I would get your order in if you want them. Get it in on October 1st, because I think so many of these things are going to sell out. You'll be amazed. It's a great line. I've used little bits of everything. The only thing that, and I still haven't called them, Shalene, I need to do that. This is the dishwasher, the dish soap bottle, and you can see it has this little.
Try unsharing your screen so we can see it a little bit better.
Oh, okay. And in fact, the little thing has gone all the way down. It has this little thing that you just push it forward and it squeezes a little bit of the soap out, but they do make a pump for it as well. So I'm looking forward to, and my little thing has fallen all the way in. So I guess I'll just from now on be taking this out and pouring it into my sink until I get the pump.
I'm curious if anybody else that had it sent to them didn't get a pump, because when we were at convention, we had our box of bottles and our kit and a little pump that came with it. Does anybody get it in the mail? And let me know. if
Diane,
they-
did you?
Mine did not have a pump.
Okay,
Okay.
so
I got mine ordered to me, and mine had a pump.
okay. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
interesting. So
All
it's
right, so we can-
possible, it's possible if you call them and say, hey, mine didn't come with a pump and I hear others did, see if that's something they'll send out to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Lee, thank you.
you are
Woohoo.
welcome. Any questions from anybody on anything?
Can we get
So much-
copies of your slides?
Sure can. Absolutely.
Yep. she
And
can
I have-
email that.
Pages and pages of other stuff.
Well, I just
that
couldn't write fast enough for all
I
the
know.
I
stuff
gotcha.
you have
Yeah.
on there.
Yep.
So much good
Yes.
information.
It
Yeah.
is.
So much
Well,
good
like
information.
I said, the thing that impressed me is how all of these products, and I would say that even with the cleaning products, there are benefits far beyond what they're designed for. So we
Mhm.
need to be aware of that, and we need to be aware of it when we're talking to people about, especially the oils. And this is cute. I love this. Who said that? The Staffordshire Terrier just licked all their osmanthus off my arm.
Yeah, that was Laura. And it looks like Leanne wants it and Jolene wants it. So if you make that
Okay.
little list and send out your slides, that'd be awesome.
Okay, I will
So-
be happy to do that.
I just wanted to mention for those that weren't on last week, and I think I forgot to say it in the regular class, Doterra has found a better way. Hey, Brishen, would you put your email in there? Because I don't have that. Okay. So that
Absolutely.
Lee has your address. Doterra has found a better way, not necessarily better way to source Melissa, but an easier way to source Melissa. And I don't know what company ever does this, ever. But instead of $135 for a 5 ml of Melissa, they have lowered the price down to $95. And I know that's still expensive, but that is $40 less. And doTERRA didn't have to tell us that. They didn't have to say, oh my goodness, we got this going better. We could just keep that $40 a bottle for every Melissa that we sell. But no, this is a company of honesty and integrity, and they gave us the breaking price because they were able to source it. And when you look at oils that are expensive, just know they're expensive because it takes so much to source them. And I just love doTERRA for that integrity that they have, that they would lower that cost for us too. So great information. Thank you, Lee, for all that wonderful goodness. Next week, if you're a Texan or a Round Rock, Austin Texan, please know you can come to my house and smell all of these and try all of these. We'll be doing iTovi scans. I'll be home from this trip that I'm on, and we'll just have you drop in between 7 and 8 and try these things out. So we'd love to have you come, and look forward to some great classes in October. It's getting good. It's getting real. It's amazing. We're so glad that you all joined us tonight. Please stay on if you'd like to learn a little bit about our business, because there'll be a short 10-minute business training, and we'll keep you on here if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll see you next week.